Hey guys. So on Monday during coffee break, I was talking to this coworker slash former professor of mine, and we were talking about one thing and then another and then another, and then we started talking about doom scrolling, and he started talking about how like young people have a problem with doom scrolling, with being addicted to like social media and like looking at the phone and like doom scrolling and all that, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I think I kind of have that too. I was like, I wouldn't say I'm like addicted or whatever, but I told him how like every now and then, you know what I mean, I can be looking at my phone or whatever. I'm just gonna doom scroll for a little bit, and then it ends up being 3 4 hours or probably more. But I said 3 4 hours for my own, I don't know, to preserve my reputation or whatever that means, if I have some. Anyway, and as I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like it is an addiction, and I was like, and it feels like one. I don't know how to explain it. Like you feel, and I told him like I actually have felt this. Like there are times where I doom scroll for so long, and sometimes you go to bed late or whatever. You're just like laying there in your bed, whatever, you're just doom scrolling. Like you feel bad. Like you feel like a drug addict. What the fuck? Like a drug addict. You feel bad. Like you feel like, yeah, like it feels unhealthy. It doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? You're just rotting in bed consuming bullshit. You know what I mean? Like it genuinely feels bad. And I told him like, I don't know, it just feels like a drug addict. Like it doesn't feel like healthy. You know what I mean? Like you just feel bad. And then I'm like, wait, I've been scrolling for 3 or 4 hours, whatever. I'm just gonna put my phone away. Like this has to stop or whatever. And as I was telling him all this, he was looking at me low key. He was looking at me like this, like, you know what I mean? Like a little bit like in disbelief, not in disbelief, but like he couldn't believe it. He was like, I don't know if he was looking at me like that because I also doom scrolling, he didn't expect it, or because he probably didn't expect that I would say like it feels like a drug addiction or whatever. Like maybe I don't fucking know. I assume that it was both, or probably the fact that I doom scroll or whatever, because he was telling me, I don't know, it almost seems to me like that was my impression. It almost seems to me like he was talking about it as if like, okay, that's a problem among like young people or whatever, but I almost felt like he was excluding me from that. You know what I mean? Like it happens among young people, and I mean, obviously I'm young and he knows that I'm young. Like he's called me young before, but like, you know what I mean? Like he was kind of excluding me from it, and he was kind of like talking about it from an outsider's perspective, but I was like, yeah, I'm actually going through that. Like I'm young and I go through that and I have to admit it, you know? And he was like, he looked at me like, he kind of couldn't believe it. And it's like, I don't know if I said this, but I really look up to this man. And what was I saying this? Why was I saying that? That was a rock fact, but it was random. Why was I saying that? Oh yeah, because I look up to him. So obviously you want them to have a good impression of you, or you want them to, yeah, to have a good impression. Is that the word? Yeah. So you want them to think good shit of you, right? And and he, I mean, listen, he was my professor. I said this before. And it was a demanding subject. Like, it was not easy. It was hard. Okay, we had a hard time. He's always been really nice. He's always been a sweetheart. But the subject was hard. And so you might think that, you know, mm, because I look up to him or whatever, you might think like somebody so demanding or whatever, like disapproves of like doom scrolling, whatever. And he things like, okay, so she was my student, she did well in the subject, whatever, she was valedictorian. For some ungodly reason, that probably added to the fact that maybe he wouldn't expect it. You know what I mean? And I hate stereotypes because there's like, I don't know, just all my life, people have been, I don't know, like people thought, like, I've had a better reputation than I actually am. You know what I mean? You know what Al Pacino said? Like, man is a little bit better and a little bit worse than his reputation, or something like that. And I think I've always been a little bit better for some people. I'm not saying for everybody. Like, oh my god, my reputation is so good. But like, people always thought, because I consider myself a serious person a lot of the times, and especially when I'm with people that I don't really know. So people are like, okay, this girl is like serious, whatever. She's studious, whatever. So even I remember like when I was a kid, I would be gifted sometimes books. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't start liking to read until I was 13. 13 years old. You know what I mean? When you find your book, when you find something that you really like reading, that's when you realize that you like reading. But I didn't discover that. And I was given books and I hated books. I was like, this reading is so boring. Why am I gifted books? Because people thought that I was somebody who would read a lot. And I didn't. You know what I mean? And I think this was kind of the same thing. It's like, oh, she was my student, she did well in the subject, she was valedictorian, she doesn't doom scroll. That is so wrong, it's corn. You know what I mean? I mean, I was kind of like endeared. I was like, oh, he thinks I got my shit together. You know what I mean? But just because I would get good grades or whatever doesn't mean that my life is organized. Doesn't mean that my notes are organized. It doesn't mean that my schedule or whatever is organized or my activities are organized. I don't got my shit together. You know what I mean? I've been rotting the entire holidays, and I told you guys before, because I couldn't make videos because I lost my voice and I couldn't organize myself. I didn't organize myself to do other things. And that's what I've been doing, and I'm not proud of it. But I don't got my shit together. It probably seems like I do, but I don't. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know, the fact that like he's somebody that I admire and he thought like better of me. I mean, he didn't look at me like disappointed, like why would you? No, but like I don't know, it felt like I was flattered. I was like, oh my god, I think we both learned something today. I learned that he didn't expect that I would doom scroll, and he learned that I doom scroll. So, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking. I hope he doesn't watch this. I don't know. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. The fact that he didn't expect that, I was like, no, no, no. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, he has kids around my age, and I don't know if he was talking because like he saw that at home, or maybe he sees that in general or whatever. But he didn't. I don't know. I don't know if he didn't mention his kids because like he didn't want to like be that type of person, like, oh, I'm talking about my kids, or maybe he didn't mention them because they don't doom scroll, or maybe he just didn't want to like, oh, I don't have to share that my kids doom scroll or whatever. Like, that's stupid. You know what I mean? But the thing that he didn't like, the fact that he didn't expect that from me, like, I felt good. You know what I mean? I was like, I feel good. Like, now he knows that I doom scroll. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, who died? You know what I mean? I think it's kind of like the thing that happens nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I said this before, but like, you doom scroll, you feel bad, and then you might do it again. You know what I mean? There are days where I'm more busy or whatever, and I don't doom scroll. But then there's days where I'm not that busy or whatever, and I just start doom scrolling. Or there are days where I'm just a little bit lazier, and that's it. And I don't know. There's no conclusion really to this. I don't know. It felt good. I don't know. It's just so easy to stereotype someone. Like, just because somebody seems like they got their shit together doesn't mean they have their shit together. Just because somebody's like really organized, or let's say, I don't want to say successful, but like they do well in a certain area of their lives, doesn't mean they do well in every area of their lives. Like, there's so many people who are great at their job, and then their personal life is a mess. And then there's people whose personal life is great, and then their job is a mess. You know what I mean? And also, I don't know if like the stereotype of, you know what I mean, like wearing glasses and stuff, like because I wear glasses and I'm a good student, and you know what I mean, I got this vibe and shit, you know what I mean, it doesn't mean I have my shit together. It doesn't mean I have my shit together. But yeah, it feels nice when people don't expect that from you. It's like, I don't know, it was interesting to me. I don't know, I just wanted to mention it. And I'm also trying to get my shit together. I made a sort of like schedule, or like a to-do list for, well, it's surrounded by a lot of things, but I have like a to-do list for like every day of the week, and I'm going to try to follow that as much as I can. And hopefully I'm going to be more productive, because when I'm not productive, I feel really bad. So anyway, the moral of the story is people can stereotype you. Nobody has their shit together. Nobody's perfect, even if they seem like it. And you learn that everybody can stereotype other people. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like, people, I don't know, it just surprised me that he didn't think that. Like, he wouldn't think that of me. It's like, it's totally normal. You know what I mean? So I felt flattered. That was my conclusion. I was just flattered. And that's it. There's no conclusion to this other than that. So yeah, I'm gonna make this video in Spanish. Check out the Spanish version of this video if you're interested, if you speak Spanish, I don't know. And I'll see you next time. Bye.